Now, I've learned a lot over these last few days, and currently, right now, I'm in Canada. Now, I will be sure to provide you with more information and some shocking events that have been happening, and one that just happened to us here in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. And honestly, it is crazy and totally unexpected. And for the full story and complete details, make sure that you check out the links down below in the description, as well as for those interested in getting $500 in passive income the super easy way. Watch this video all the way through and you will find out just how to do it in 3 simple steps that almost anyone can do right now. And honestly, something that 99% of people who are getting passive income deposits on a regular basis have all known and have been doing for years. And needless to say that income stocks have crushed non-dividend payers in the return department over long periods, right? Yet there are 3 high-octane dividend stocks with yields ranging from 7.4 to 11.4% and have the tools and intangibles needed to deliver rock-solid payouts to their shareholders. And I'm willing to bet the farm that we all are interested in a simple and easy passive income dream. And I know that you are not going to want to miss out on that. So stay tuned because I have so much that I want you to all hear about. And I just hope that you get loads of value out of this video and that you enjoy this quick and fast-paced update. I hope I don't move too fast for you or too quick. And if I do, I apologize. And you are encouraged to pause, rewind, or adjust the playback speed to your desired liking, as well as drop a comment down below and provide any constructive feedback that would make these videos and money-making updates even better for you in the future. All right, now get this. Have you ever had a worse day? I mean, sometimes you wake up and try and get going and it seems like nothing is working, and maybe you should just put your PJs back on and dive under the covers. Just go back to sleep so you can wake up and start over again, fresh, and try another day instead. But for some, it can be far worse. For instance, let's take Alex Mashinsky, for example. The former CEO of the now bankrupt lender Celsius just saw his whole day go up in flames after being arrested by authorities and charges brought up against him and his company for defrauding investors. And the Celsius CEO not only got arrested, but he also was sued 3 times, and all in the same day. Now, it is tough watching yet another crypto mogul go up in flames, but you all know what I told you before. But nonetheless, the crypto market was beyond volatile in 2022 with the downfall of big names such as 3 Arrows, BlockFi, and of course, FTX, all going bust and locking up investors' funds in the process. Meanwhile, in similar fashion to what we saw happen to SVB, many investors lost confidence in the market and started pulling their crypto from the platforms like Celsius, which marketed itself as a modern-day bank for digital assets and had explicitly touted a higher rate of return. So think of it as a bank run, but on crypto instead. So after freezing accounts and firing roughly a quarter of its staff last summer, Celsius was hit hard with a lawsuit from crypto asset manager KeyFi, which alleged that Celsius was a Ponzi scheme. And then a few days later, Celsius filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. And now the SEC, the FTC, and the CFTC have all started cases against the lender, which once managed tens of billions of dollars in digital assets. So the SEC alleges Celsius told its investors that all was well in the crypto market, and the company, despite one executive calling the business a sinking ship, and that same executive said there's no hope, there's no plan, and that Celsius's business model is fundamentally broken. Now, where have we heard that line before? Okay, so in the CFTC lawsuit, it alleges Celsius promised investors high interest yields and a safe environment, but tried to meet those returns on increasingly risky bets. And this is how collapses start and financial institutions begin to crumble. Hopefully, none of your money is tied up in any of this mess. As of now, Celsius has agreed to a $4.7 billion settlement with the FTC, making it one of the largest in the agency's history after a $5 billion fine against Meta in 2019. And don't forget, folks, get your money from Facebook while it's available before it's too late. So it just so happens to be that that's the same amount that it owes to investors and creditors as part of its bankruptcy. And in addition to allegedly lying about the safety of the business, Mashinsky reportedly inflated the stock of Celsius's own CEL token, saying he had raised $50 million by selling all 325 million available tokens. But actually, Celsius allegedly sold less than a third of the coins and raised only 32 million. So Mashinsky and his alleged partner in crime, Ronnie Cohen-Pavin, could potentially face decades in jail because of this. And while we are on the subject of tokens and the focal point of one of the crypto's biggest debates, a recent breakthrough between Ripple Labs and the SEC about this seemingly age-old debate of what should and shouldn't count as a security in the eyes of U.S. regulators has suddenly turned promising for retail-facing projects after a key legal ruling yesterday. But like many things involving the sector, the decision wasn't completely clear-cut, and what has turned out to be a 3-year court battle so far between Ripple Labs, the developer of the Ripple blockchain, and the Securities and Exchange Commission took a major turn with a federal judge ruling that Network's XRP token was a security when Ripple sold it to institutional investors a number of years ago, but not to the general public. And as U.S. District Judge Annalisa Torres' main reasoning was that institutional investors were more likely to be aware of XRP securities like traits when being pitched by Ripple back then, but so-called programmatic investors, or those who buy XRP directly on a crypto exchange like retail traders using Coinbase, weren't as clued in. And ironically, both Ripple and the SEC would have reason to view this outcome as a potential win, as it gives credence to the security or not debate on either side, and then immediately saw an XRP Coinbase surge as investors took favorable view of Ripple ruling. So, now would be as great a time as ever to mention protecting your crypto and your keys more importantly. I have free links in the description down below for you to do just that. And for everyone asking for more information on making money online and getting paid daily from simple and easy online social media jobs that require no skill to get started, and investing for beginners and other ways of getting passive income, The Motley Fool alerted all these people that want $500 in a super safe annual dividend income that investing in these 3 ultra high yield stocks is an easy way to do it. All right. So these supercharged income stocks, which sport an average yield of 8.74%, can consistently pad investors' pocketbooks and have boosted investment portfolio balances for years. And the Motley Fool said that historically speaking, one of the smartest wealth building strategies on Wall Street is to trust in dividend stocks. Companies that offer a regular payout to their shareholders are usually profitable on a reoccurring basis and time tested. And what's even more important is how income stocks have demonstrated their ability to outperform over long stretches of time. So roughly 10 years ago, JP Morgan Asset Management, a division of money center bank JP Morgan Chase, released a report that compared the performance of publicly traded companies that didn't pay a dividend to those that initiated and grew their payouts between 1972 and 2012. And the results of this 40-year look back was a 9.5% annualized return for the dividend-paying companies and an underwhelming 1.6% annualized return for the non-payers. I mean, come on, ladies and gentlemen, that return falls far below core inflation. However, investors should recognize that not all dividend stocks are alike. And while some offer exceptionally stable income for investors, others might be nothing more than a yield trap. So ideally, investors want the highest yield possible with the least amount of risk. And unfortunately, risk and yield tend to go hand in hand above around, let's say, a 4% yield threshold. And the good news is that safe, high-yielding stocks do exist. So if you want to generate $500 in super safe annual dividend income, all you have to do is invest. But before you put a single dollar into the stock market, I think you'll want to hear this. The Motley Fool shared that their S&P TSX market-beating stock advisor team just released their top 10 starter stocks for 2023 that they believe could supercharge any portfolio. And now I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but I do want to just put it out there that if an investor were to split equally 3 ways in the following 3 ultra high yield stocks, which average an 8.74% yield, then earning $500, $1,000 or more in passive income can be very simple. Enterprise Product Partners is an ultra high yield dividend energy stock that provides exceptionally safe income. And considering what happened with demand for crude oil and natural gas during the initial stages of the C-19 pandemic, I understand that some investors might be leery about trusting energy stocks with their money. However, Enterprise Products Partners is a mainstream operator that's well protected from spot price volatility. Pennant Park Floating Rate Capital is the second ultra high yield dividend stock that can collectively generate $500 in super safe annual dividend income, and Verizon Communications is the third. And if you want to take a closer look and be a part of a deeper dive on these passive income investments, as well as a variety of others and a wide range of diverse topics, then come on over and join us on Patreon. Now, I got to run because we are still exploring these different parts of Canada, and I really want to get a closer look at what all is here while the sun is still out and before we grab dinner at the Browns Social House. Now, I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to reading your comments. Please hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, you guys, please take care. Be kind to one another, and remember, when you want the truth, you know exactly where to find it. Bye-bye for now.